Hello, hello. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, all you beautiful, beautiful women. You're all so beautiful. Hello, Sean. Thank you so much. It's Mother's Day, and I'm having a good day so far. I did have coffee. I got up and had coffee this morning. My wonderful son just came and grabbed Sosa to take him out to the property. Hi, ENA Mom. Happy Mother's Day. I took Sosa out to the property and he's going to come back and I guess we're going to go putt-putt golfing. So that's going to be fun. Oh, you guys, yes, I'll wait for you guys to pour in here. And then, of course, I will brag about what I got so far from my son. The best job you've ever had. Well, you're a good one. You're a great mother. I admire you single moms. Because I know how hard that is. Of course, did you guys see the picture that I shared in community posts? I have never, ever gotten flowers, this many flowers in my life, ever. And this is from my boy. He goes, Mom, they all started to fall out when I was coming to the door. But I have never gotten this many flowers in my life, ever. So beautiful. So beautiful. And then he gave me a beautiful card. I will read it to you. You won't see your mom till Tuesday. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. I do miss the little handwritten. I mean, my kids still will do that sometimes. They'll write me a card. They'll write me a letter. They'll write me a little note. Do you remember, like, your ENA mom, Coffee's daughter, her school age, and then your daughter? I miss that age where they make little cute, like my daughter, like I showed you, that cute little just framed thing she made. I miss that stuff. So this is the card he got me. It's so pretty, such a pretty card. And it says, Mom, just knowing you're there and that you love me makes a difference and reminds me how lucky I am to be your son. And for all of the times I forget to tell you, I want you to know how important you are to me and how much I'll always love you. Happy Mother's Day, you're the best. And then he wrote separately, you show me every day how much you care about me. You have taught me, I don't want to cry. You have taught me more about this world than I could ever explain. You are an amazing woman and mom who has kicked ass and will always put up a fight for what she believes in. Thank you, Mama, for not only being a life teacher, but being someone who will always listen without judgment. You are the reason I want to be somebody. Love, your son. Wasn't that beautiful? I mean, what else can your kid tell you? What else could he say that would tell me the kind of mom I've been? That's his own words. That this card means more than anything. His writing means more than anything to me. I know, the tears is like, I already read it before, so I cried, but every time I read their cards, I tear up. But I mean, a life teacher. You've taught me things I need to know, everything in this world. You've taught me everything I've learned about this world. You've taught me. Like, you always listen without judgment. You've kicked ass in life. I mean, what else is there to say? I love him. And he comes in with a big smile on his face, so happy to give me these flowers and this card, and so happy. He took pictures with me, well, with the flowers, and sent them to his girlfriend. So beautiful. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Mother's Day. You still haven't gotten the picture I sent you from the mammogram, ENA mom, it's saying uploading still. Oh, my mom and I like this. Oh, oh my gosh, that is so adorable. See, that's the kind of stuff that I miss. I mean, they say the same things when they get older, but how cute is that? That's something to be cherished forever. That's so adorable. Yeah, yeah, I'd start tearing up. That is beautiful. Sean, it was a long night. Oh, do you have a hangover? What kind of picture was it from? Well, I'll just show it. I think I posted it, but I think I sent it to you guys for you first. I'll show you. It's this one, and it's saying uploading. Look, let me see if I can. I don't want anyone to see the other stuff, but see how it says uploading? It's still friggin' uploading. It's not sending. I don't know why. Your job is. I was gonna. Can I read it? I didn't want to read it out loud. Sean, why was it a long night last night? I'm not going to be on here all day when my boy gets back. I'm waiting to hear from my baby girl. Oh, I can? Okay, I just want to make sure. So this is what ENA mom's daughter made for her. It's got like this thing that because she's 7, right? It says Happy Mother's Day, my special mom. And then it says it has them fill in the things. My mom is, she put 44 years old. My mom's favorite color is purple. My mom's job is paperwork. My mom cooks the best noodles. My mom's favorite food is Nutrisystem food. My mom and I like to snuggle on the bed. I love my mom because she is sweet. She cares about me. It's cut off. She loves me, I think is what it says. Isn't that so adorable? Oh my gosh. So cute. The performer ran out on his tab. I do want to say this. I heard one gal, I'm not going to say names. She's a creator. She was like, "Well, I must have done something right if my kids are successful." That's not always the case. It can be, yes. But sometimes kids can do good in spite of what a crappy parent you were, too. I mean, I'm living proof. My mom was a terrible parent. She was an alcoholic. She was neglectful, abusive in senses, and I'm nothing like her. And because of how she was, I wanted to do just the opposite. So you can't, especially when there's proof out there that you were not a good mother. So I don't know. Why don't you give your kids the credit? She wrote me a letter. Oh, I want it. You better send it. Thank you. Aw, I want to see it. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. So, Sean, what happened with that? So you said it was a long night. So what happened with, so someone didn't, the performer didn't pay their tab. Oh, you guys, look, that nail finally came off. Think it's time for me to go get it done? That's one thing I'm terrible about is keeping up on these nails. But look at my nail. It's growing. Most people are probably, hopefully, with their families right now, spending time, being spoiled on Mother's Day. It's hard when they're little, right, E&A Mom? I mean, those little things are so precious and they mean so much, but also, it's like they don't fully get what it's all about. And it can be a little lonely when they're younger, um, especially when there's no father around, to help them understand. Because we don't want to sit there and say, oh, it's Mother's Day, you should do this, this, and that. You know what I mean? So, but when they get older, they get it. Oh my gosh, famous. You explained to her that I'm just a little itty tiny bitty little old YouTuber. Aw, that's nice, Sean. That's sweet that you did that. I have a couple things that Mother's Day things I just wanted to share with you. And then I'm probably going to pop off of here. There's some Mother's Day inspirational stories. So here's a note from a mother. I gave birth to you, but you came with no instructions. All I knew was that I loved you long before I saw you. I know I made some mistakes, and for that I am sorry. But I was doing the best I could with what I knew. Everything I did for you, I did from love. Does that sound so familiar? I say that to my kids all the time. Please know, yes, I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. I'm so sorry for the mistakes I've made. But please know, everything I did was from love, from my heart. You are my child, my life, my dreams for tomorrow. I will always love you, and there is nothing that could ever destroy my love for you. Mother's Day is celebrated on different days and dates around the world. Mother's Day in North America is celebrated on the second Sunday in May. Mother's Day 2021 is Sunday, May 9th. Mother's Day, Mothering Sunday in the United Kingdom falls on the fourth Sunday in Lent. Mothering Sunday 2021 is Sunday, March 14th. A mother's love. A little boy came up to his mother in the kitchen one evening while she was fixing supper and handed her a piece of paper that he had been writing on. After his mom dried her hands on an apron, she read it, and this is what it said. For cutting the grass, $5. For cleaning up my room this week, $1. For going to the store for you, 50 cents. Babysitting my kid brother while you went shopping, 25 cents. Taking out the garbage, $1. For getting a good report card, $5. For cleaning up and raking the yard, $2. Total owed $14.75. Well, his mother looked at him standing there, and the boy could see the memories flashing through her mind. She picked up the pen, turned over the paper he'd written on, and this is what she wrote. For the 9 months I carried you while you were growing inside me, no charge. For all the nights that I've sat up with you, doctored, and prayed for you, no charge. For all the trying times and all the tears that you've caused through the years, no charge. For all the nights that were filled with dread and for the worries I knew were ahead, no charge. For the toys, food, clothes, and even wiping your nose, no charge. Son, when you add it up, the cost of my love is no charge. When the boy finished reading what his mother had written, there were big tears in his eyes, and he looked straight at his mother and said, Mom, I sure do love you. And then he took the pen, and in great big letters he wrote, paid in full. How cute is that? Hey, Bensby. Hey, housewife. Happy days. Right, E&A Mom? That's so true. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Here's another one. A man stopped at a flower shop to order some flowers to be wired to his mother, who lived 200 miles away. As he got out of the car, he noticed a young girl sitting on the curb sobbing. He asked her what was wrong, and she replied, I wanted to buy a red rose for my mother, but I only have 75 cents, and a rose costs $2. The man smiled and said, Come on with me, I'll buy you a rose. He bought the little girl her rose and ordered his own mother's flowers. As they were leaving, he offered the little girl a ride home. No, don't ever take a ride home from a man that you don't know. She said, Yes, please. You can take me to my mother. She directed him to the cemetery, where she placed the rose on a freshly dug grave. The man returned to the flower shop, canceled the wire order, picked up a bouquet, and drove the 200 miles to his mother's house. Hey, Kristola, happy Mama's Day, honey. How sad. Here's another one. I gave birth to you, but you came with no instructions. They have this twice. Okay, hold on. Hold on really quick. After 21 years of marriage, my wife wanted me to take another woman out to dinner and a movie. She said, I love you, but I know this other woman loves you too, and she would love to spend some time with you. The other woman that my wife wanted me to visit was my mother, who had been a widow for 19 years, but the demands of my work and my 3 children had made it possible to visit her only occasionally. That night, I called to invite her to go out for dinner and a movie. What's wrong? Are you well? She asked. My mother is the type of woman who suspects that a late night call or a surprise invitation is a sign of bad news. I thought it would be pleasant to spend some time with you, I responded, just the 2 of us. She thought about it for a moment and then said, I would like that very much. That Friday after work, as I drove over to pick her up, I was a bit nervous. When I arrived at her house, I noticed that she, too, seemed to be nervous about our date. She waited in the door with her coat on. She had curled her hair and was wearing the dress that she had worn to celebrate her last wedding anniversary. She smiled from a face that was as radiant as an angel's. I told my friends that I was going to go out with my son, and they were impressed, she said as she got into the car. They can't wait to hear about our meeting. We went to a restaurant that, although not elegant, was very nice and cozy. My mother took my arm as if she were the first lady. After we sat down, I had to read the menu. Her eyes could only read large print. Halfway through the entrees, I lifted my eyes and saw Mom sitting there staring at me. A nostalgic smile was on her lips. It was I who used to have to read the menu. I'm going to cry. Oh my gosh. Hold on. It was I who used to have to read the menu when you were small, she said. Then it's time that you relax and let me return the favor, I responded. During the dinner, we had an agreeable conversation, nothing extraordinary, but catching up on our recent events of each other's lives. We talked so much that we missed the movie. As we arrived at her house later, she said, I'll go out with you again, but only if you let me invite you. I agreed. How was your dinner date? Asked my wife when I got home. Very nice, much more so than I could have imagined, I answered. A few days later, my mother died of a massive heart attack. But wait, what happened, honey? Oh, housewife, I'm sorry. Then this probably is going to be touching to you. I'm so sorry. A few days later, my mother died of a massive heart attack. It happened so suddenly that I didn't even have a chance to do anything for her. Sometime later, I received an envelope with a copy of a restaurant receipt from the same place Mother and I had dined. An attached note said, "I paid this bill in advance. I wasn't sure that could be there, but nevertheless I paid for 2 plates, one for you and the other for your wife. You'll you'll never know what that night meant for me. I love you, son." Oh my gosh. At that moment, I understood the importance of saying in time, "I love you," and to give our loved ones the time that they deserve. Nothing in life is more important than your family. Give them the time they deserve because these things cannot be put off till some other time. Oh my gosh. And then here's an inspirational story for Mother's Day. "Why are you crying?" a little boy asked his mother. "Because I'm a mother," she told him. "I don't understand," he said. His mom just hugged him tightly and said, "You never will." Later, the boy asked his father why Mother seemed to cry for no reason. "All mothers cry for no reason," was all his dad could say. The little boy grew up and became a man, still wondering why mothers cry. So he finally put in a call to God. When he got God on the phone, the man asked, "God, why do mothers cry so easily?" God said, here come the tears, you guys. God said, "You see, when I made mothers, they had to be special. Ugh. I made their shoulders strong enough to carry the weight of the world, yet gentle enough to give comfort. I gave them an inner strength to endure childbirth and the rejection that many times come from their children. Isn't that true? I gave them a hardness that allows them to keep going when everyone else gives up, and to take care of their families through sickness and fatigue without complaining. I gave them sensitivity to love their children under all circumstances, even when their child has hurt them very badly. The same sensitivity helps them to make a child's boo-boo feel better and helps them share a teenager's anxieties and fears. I gave them a tear to shed. It's theirs exclusively to use whenever it's needed. It's their only weakness. It's a tear for mankind." Oh my gosh, these stories, you guys. I explained to her that after her brother passed away, I was sad. Then 4 months later, she said, "Oh my gosh." ENA mom. Hello, Paul. Oh, Sean, this is like, but it's a good cry, right? She was a blessing, ENA mom. Here's another one. Somebody's mother. Do you guys like hearing these? I don't know. Somebody's mother. The woman was old and ragged and gray, and bent with the chill of a winter's day. The streets were white with a recent snow, and the woman's feet with age were slow. At the crowded crossings, though she waited long, Joel stood aside by the careless throng of human beings who passed her by, unheeding the glance of her anxious eye. Down the street with laughter and shout, glad in the freedom of school let out, come happy boys like a flock of sheep, hailing the snow-piled white and deep. Past the woman so old and gray, hastened the children on their way. None offered a helping hand to her, so weak and timid, afraid to stir, lest the carriage wheels or the horse's feet should trample her down in the slippery street. At last came out a merry troop, the gayest boy of all the group. He paused beside her and whispered low, "I'll help you cross, if you wish to go." Her aged hand on his strong young arm she placed, and so without hurt or harm he guided the trembling feet along, proud that his own were young and strong. Then back again to his friends he went, his young heart happy and well content. She's somebody's mother, boys, you know, for all she's aged and poor and slow. And someone, sometime, may lend a hand to help my mother, you understand? If she's ever old and poor and gray, and her own dear boy so far away. Somebody's mother bowed low her head in her home that night, and the prayer she said was, "God, be kind to that noble boy, who is somebody's son and pride and joy." That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. These are beautiful. I said a Mother's Day prayer for you to thank the Lord above for blessing me with a lifetime of your tender-hearted love. You've shown me through the years for the closeness we've enjoyed in time of laughter and of tears. And so I thank you from the heart for all you've done for me, and I bless the Lord for giving me the best mother there could be. It's such a hectic day with little time to stop and pray. For life's been anything but calm since you called me to be a mom. Running errands, matching socks, building dreams with stacking blocks, cooking, cleaning, finding shoes, and other things that children lose. Fitting lids on bottled bugs, wiping tears and giving hugs. A stack of last week's mail to read. Where's the quiet time I need? Yet, when I steal a moment, Lord, at the sink or ironing board, to ask the blessing of your grace, I see then in my little one's face that you've blessed me all the while, and I stoop to kiss that precious smile. Hey, Seraphim, thank you. God, our Creator, we pray for new mothers coming to terms with new responsibility, for expectant mothers wondering and waiting, for those who are tired, stressed, or depressed, for those who struggle to balance the tasks of work and family, for those who are unable to feed their children due to poverty, for those whose children have physical, mental, or emotional disabilities, for those who have children they do not want, for those who raise children on their own, for those who have lost a child, for those who cared for the children of others, for those whose children have left home, and for those whose desire to be a mother has not been fulfilled. Bless all mothers, that their love may be deep and tender, and that they may lead their children to know and do what is good, living not for themselves alone, but for God and for others. Amen. Hey, Anne. Aw, that's right. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, you guys, this is so emotional. Here's a mother's prayer. Lord, who am I to teach the way to little children day by day, so prone myself to go astray? I teach them knowledge, but I know how faint the flicker and how low the candles of my knowledge glow. I teach them power to learn and do but only now to learn anew my own great weakness through and through. I teach the love of all mankind and all God's creatures, but I find my love comes lagging far behind. I teach them, Lord, to listen to me, but every day I plainly see how I do not listen to thee. I teach them how to speak kindly, yet I use language most unholy and say things that are ungodly. I teach them anger not to use, yet so often I my temper lose when I am having a day of blues. Lord, if their guide I still must be, oh, let my little children see their mother leaning hard on thee. That's so true. We tell our children not to do this, not to do that, be this way, be that way, yet they see us doing exactly what we tell them not to do. And that's why it's always driven me crazy when parents would say, well, don't do as I do, not do as I say, not as I do. I don't like that because we learn from our parents. These kids learn from their parents. Lord, thank you for all mothers, for the new ones who endure sleepless nights with infants in arms, for the busy ones who juggle the pressures of home and family life, for the steadfast ones who nurture and care for our special vulnerable children, for the patient ones who always seek to forgive and engage with their preteens, for the persistent ones who cleverly find new ways to connect with their mini adults, for the mother aunts who step into the cradle and care for nieces and nephews, for all grandmas who love and support their precious grandchildren, for the foster moms who care for our children and lead them in faith. No, for the foster moms that are called to gather and cover the fragile ones, for the Sunday moms who care for our children and lead them in faith, for the moms who give far beyond their own resources, who overcome disability to cherish and love. Thank you, Lord, for all our beautiful mothers. Help us to support them and keep them in our prayers. May you bless them now on this, their special day. Amen. Yeah, I can't stand it either. Hey, Becca. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. This is kind of a funny one. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray my sanity. I think it should say, I pray the Lord my sanity to keep. For if some peace I do not find, I'm pretty sure I'll lose my mind. I pray I find a little quiet, far away from my family's riot. May I lie back and not have to think about what they're stuffing down the sink, or who they're with, or where they're at, or what they're doing to the cat. I pray for my time all to myself. Did I just hear something fall off the shelf? A silent moment, for goodness sake? Was that the window I just heard break? Yes, now I lay me down to sleep. I pray my wits about me keep. But as I look around, I know I must have lost them long ago. Okay, so there's this. Did you guys hear the story of where'd it go? Hold on. The 1950 study of maternal deprivation before and after therapy. That's right, they learn from us. So when we say, do as I say, not as I do, that's so confusing to children, you know? You guys, there was 1 killed, 7 injured in downtown Phoenix, I guess, hotel shooting. This was just today, I believe. Hold on. I saved it. So this says 1 person dead, 7 are injured after a shooting inside a downtown Phoenix hotel Sunday morning. Did you guys hear about that? Hold on. Hold on. Let me scroll back. Come on, I hate this.
That occurred in right now, a shooting overnight inside of a hotel near 2nd Avenue and Monroe in downtown Phoenix.
Yeah, we know there is a big police presence out there right now, and they are getting ready to give us the latest information. So let's listen in to Phoenix Police.
That occurred inside the hotel. When officers arrived, the initial information we had multiple victims inside the hotel. When officers arrived, they began assisting those victims out of the hotel and bringing them to fire to start receiving treatment. Officers also located 1 adult male. When I say adult, we believe to be an adult male deceased inside the hotel. Officers worked with the staff at the hotel to ensure the safety of any other people.
Nancy Jelena, I'm heading to the kitchen to bake French for my family, mainly because I really wanted pancakes with my new syrup I got from Costco Vanilla Bean. Oh, I need to make a Costco trip. I'm gonna have to check that out. Vanilla bean infused maple syrup. Yep. Hey Annie, happy Mother's Day, sweetie. Who's someone with mommy issues? Is that the shooter or is that the killer?
People that were in the hotel guests.
Well, you have a
From
beautiful
what we've
day,
heard right now,
Anne.
initial reports is there was some sort of altercation between a group of people that were attending a function in the hotel, and then there was shots fired. I don't know if I want to say an exchange of gunfire, but there was definitely more than one shooter. So what I have right now, multiple detectives have responded because we have multiple people to interview. We have a total of 7 people that are at the hospital with various injuries. Gunshot wound injuries, excuse me. We do have that 1 male deceased within the hotel. I can tell you the age range that we know right now is between 18 and 22 years old. We do believe this is an isolated incident, and this was not a random act. It appears to be, again, a group of people that were attending a function inside the hotel, had some sort of altercation prior
Let me know
to the
if you
shooting.
like it.
Now, the involvement as far as the suspect versus victim, we're working to find that out at this time. It may be several hours before we know. We have several people that attended the function that we're also going to be interviewing. We're asking anyone with information to please call police or silent witness if they wish to remain anonymous. What time did all of this occur? So the call came in at about 12:30, just after midnight. Any innocent bystanders? Not to my knowledge. Like I said, it was a group of people, and I don't know how many. We're working to find out what their involvement was, but it does appear to be isolated between this group of people. Are you searching for a suspect right now? We don't believe that we're searching for a suspect. I just can't tell you what the role of every person was. So we're still too early in the investigation, but hopefully over the next few hours we'll be able to. What type of weapon you use? I just know firearm. I don't know as far as the caliber.
What is it with all these shootings, you guys? This is nuts. Idiots, how do they think? Yes.
Okay, so you're listening to Phoenix Police. They're right now giving us an update on a shooting that happened early this morning in downtown Phoenix at the Hyatt Regency there. We know that there are multiple victims. She said 7 people in the hospital right now. And Mark, tragically, we know that 1 man has died. All of this after some sort of altercation went down inside a hotel room.
Yeah, we've been following this all morning long. And as you mentioned, several victims there inside the Hyatt. But she said they're not looking for any suspect right now. So we at least know that maybe the person who was involved or persons involved might be contained to that particular incident and not just
on Mother's Day,
out there
guys.
in the community. So we'll, of course, stay on top of this and bring you more updates as they become available.
All right. Well, you guys, we need to just pray for everybody. Pray for everybody. Pray for peace. Pray for love. I haven't heard anything from Delusion Dispeller, so You've stayed there, Annie? So I don't know how her husband's doing. Because Matthew went to the ER last night, so I haven't seen any postings from her. So hopefully Matthew's okay. Thank you for spending this time with me, you guys. I hope everybody has a blessed Mother's Day today. I might post some pictures of us putt-putt golfing today. I'm excited. Can't wait till he gets back. We're going to have something to eat, and then it's only 11:15 here, so we're going to make something to eat, and then we are going to go play putt-putt golf. So it's going to be fun. All right, guys. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. Yes, today. Yep. Happened today, you guys. Crazy. Bye, Mark. Love you guys. Love you, Anne. You guys have a great day today, okay? And I might be on later. Once my kiddos are done with me, then they might hopefully tire me out. Maybe I'll take a nap later. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay? Bye.